Okay, real talk. If you grew up anywhere in America between the 70s and mid 90s, the mall wasn't just a place you went shopping, it was the place. Like, you practically lived there on weekends. Think about it. It was basically our version of the town square, except with air conditioning and a food court. The weather was always perfect inside. You could spend an entire Saturday there and never get bored. God, you remember the smells, right? That weird mix of chlorine from the fountain and fresh pretzels from Auntie Anne's. Friday nights, you'd meet your friends near the food court. Didn't even need to call ahead. You just knew everyone would be there. That's where you bought your first CD, where you went on your awkward first movie date, where you got your ears pierced while your mom tried not to look nervous. It felt, I don't know, permanent? Like malls would just always be there. Except they're not. Today, thousands of these massive buildings are just rotting, empty, sitting there next to highways like monuments to something we lost. So, what happened? How did the most important social space of late 20th century America just disappear in like 20 years? Everyone wants to blame the internet, but honestly, the story's way more complicated than that. It's about money, bad decisions, and how dramatically American life has changed. All right, so to understand why they died, we need to talk about why they existed in the first place. After World War II, something huge happened. America moved to the suburbs. People left the cities, left downtown, and suddenly we needed somewhere to shop. The mall was basically invented to replace Main Street. And by the 80s, malls were everywhere. Developers were throwing them up as fast as they could. These things were absolute economic powerhouses. Here's how the business model worked, and this is important. Everything depended on what they called anchor stores. These were the huge department stores at the ends of the mall. Your Sears, your JCPenney, your Macy's. Now here's the crazy part. These massive stores actually paid less rent than the little shops. Why? Because they brought in the crowds. All those smaller stores in between, the Radio Shacks, the Gap, Foot Locker, they paid premium rent just to catch people walking between the anchors. It was kind of genius, honestly. For decades, this whole ecosystem just worked. The mall was basically proof that America's middle class was thriving. So what killed them? Look, the easy answer is Amazon, right? And yeah, once people realized they could buy a toaster or jeans from their couch without dealing with parking and crowds, that changed everything. Convenience won. But here's the thing. Malls were already dying before Amazon really took over. The real problem, we got greedy. We just built too damn many of them. By 2000, America had 5 times more retail space per person than Europe. 5 times. We completely oversaturated the market. There literally weren't enough shoppers to support all these malls. Then 2008 hit. The financial crisis crushed the middle class, and when people stopped spending money, those anchor stores started failing. Sears, which used to be like the biggest retailer in the world, just couldn't keep up with the time. And when Sears went down, it took everyone with it. See, once those anchor stores closed, the whole system collapsed. Nobody was walking past those middle stores anymore. No foot traffic meant no sales. And when stores started closing, it created this death spiral. More empty storefronts meant even fewer people showed up. Eventually, the lights just went out. Walking through one of these dead malls today feels weird. Like you're exploring the ruins of some ancient civilization. Some of them are getting torn down to build Amazon warehouses, which is pretty ironic. Others just sit there, slowly falling apart. These massive buildings that used to be full of life, just empty. The American Mall isn't coming back. That era's done. But man, if you remember it, the sound of the arcade, the glow from the food court, hanging out with your friends on a Friday night, those memories hit different now, don't they?